Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Sorry, I got to turn the mic on.
Microphone wasn't on.
I got a lot going on
Oh,
here,
God, Riggins, you're such a dork. You were talking with your microphone on.
Sorry.
You asked me 5 times if I'm ready. I am ready.
And I'm sorry, but Rob handed me something right as we were going back on, and I was trying to get these papers organized.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm ready now.
My apologies, Riggins. Now trending.
But is you ready? That's the question.
He's not ready in his cat house shirt.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hamilton Hall is the top trending topic. Obviously, arrests across the country. A lot of police officers moving in to arrest students that are protesting on their college campuses. The University of Texas at Austin, Columbia. I believe there's been arrests at Yale as well.
Don't you yell at me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of arrests all over the country.
How can they arrest them? That was my question. Are they breaking the law by doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
How
on what
so?
exactly they're doing.
They set up these encampments. That's illegal in most of these places. They are threatening Jewish students. They're doing all kinds of things that they need to have their heads busted for.
Yeah.
I mean, like send in the old school riot cops and bust some heads.
And some of these schools are private, which means you got private property issues then that come into play because look, this isn't a public space.
Right.
You agreed to abide by the rules when you got here, so you can be arrested for just camping out here.
Yeah, so this Hamilton Hall is currently the top trending topic, and this is, I think it's a building on the campus at Columbia, and this is definitely an arrestable offense. I mean, they are going smashing windows with hammers. I mean, it's a whole scene out there.
Also, part of the problem is that these universities, well, first of all, the protests are not anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian. They're anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, anti-American, pro-communist protests. So the people who run these universities are communists themselves in a lot of cases. So that's why they're allowed to do way more. It makes it seem like that it's legal than they are actually supposed to do by law.
Okay.
So bust some heads.
Well, also equally as important, I saw Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. The rules are set for that boxing match. Knockouts, there can be knockouts. It's like 8 2-minute rounds, no headgear. So people were discussing that yesterday. But Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul, showed up at the WWE draft last night on Raw and brought out Patrick Mahomes.
He rolled up with Patrick Mahomes driving him into the building, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it was well put together. I was watching the beginning of Monday Night Raw last night. It was good.
Thanks for having me do your thing. Thanks for
I appreciate y'all having me. Hey, you want to use my Super Bowl rings to knock him out? Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong guy. You hit the wrong guy. Oh, no, he's a family. Yeah. He's got a family.
So, WWE is trending right now. And just a heads up, today is National Hairstylist Appreciation Day.
So appreciate your hairstylist today?
Appreciate them and make sure you tip them.
That should be every day, you know?
Yeah, well.
I always appreciate them.
I totally agree. But those are just a few things that are now trending.
Let's say you are offered an all-expense-paid vacation, all-inclusive, to Jamaica to go with your sister and her husband. Sounds great, except for one little thing that might make it unbearable. That's the kind of the dilemma we're faced with today. Wait until you hear the one thing that might make it unbearable. Might be the reason she doesn't go on this trip. Next in Group Therapy.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and he's ready to save you some money, get you some money with an instant equity line of credit. How does that work, Richard?
Best product ever. We take a little bit of your information. We find out if you get an offer or not. If you get an offer, you can decide what you want to do. Get your money 4 days later. Pay off credit cards. Do home improvements.
I've done it. It's super simple. And again, start to finish, 4 days, you get your money. HomeWithRichard.com is where you get the process started. It's HomeWithRichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Hey, a reminder before we get to group therapy that we've got a charity. It's called Peyton's Promise. And Peyton's Promise does a wide variety of things, offering direct assistance to people who are in need. So if you know someone who's in a difficult situation, if they have a problematic situation and they don't know what to do, please go to Peyton'sPromise.org. Tell us about it. DM us some details and let us know if perhaps there's something we can do to help. It's Peyton'sPromise.org. Again, if you want to find out more about Peyton's Promise, or you can send us a direct message on any of our social media at the Ace TJ Show.
It's Tuesday. The doctors are in. This is group therapy on the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show.
Seems like a dream. You're invited to go on an all-inclusive, all-expenses-paid trip to Jamaica. Well, let's get into the details, though, first. Here's what was written to us. If you have a problem, an issue for group therapy, just DM us anytime. At the Ace TJ Show. It says, I have a dilemma. My sister invited me on a free trip with her and her husband for a week. They actively, openly, and almost exclusively speak in baby talk to one another. They have no shame. They do it in front of the entire family. I only really see them for dinners, birthdays, etc. So I didn't notice how bad it was until a year ago we shared a hotel room in Chicago for our cousin's wedding. I was stuck with the two of them in close proximity. The weekend was unbearable. I already know I will not be able to have a ton of alone time if I go. They're the kind of people that want us to do outings, etc. together. The trip is to Jamaica, all inclusive. The trip sounds great, but I really don't know if I can handle the baby talk. Should I say something before going? Should I just skip it because I might explode? Keep me anonymous. And you would think, or I would think initially, like, you could work through that. You know,
I don't know.
But then you start thinking about, okay, it's a week. And if you're all together the whole time, and everything they do is you want to get
You got it.
You want to get like a frozen margarita?
I think you got to just do what works in so many different cases in my world is to turn the tables on them. Go over the top, show them how silly they look. You and your husband just baby talk them, more. Talk to the wait staff that way. Talk to everybody, and just show them how ridiculous they look. And by about day 2, they'll realize, hey, this is dumb.
Or would they get mad that you're making fun of them after they brought you on a trip?
You already there? What are they gonna do? Send you home?
What if that makes them more open about it? Like, oh, these people are into it too. We can start talking to them that way.
Yeah, everybody, just all 4 of them, just baby talking.
Yeah. Then you make a drinking game out of it. The only thing you can do.
So annoying. I'd skip it.
Really, just not go.
If it bothered me like that, yeah, I would not put myself
All
through
inclusive, all expenses paid, Jamaica.
Yeah, for me, it wouldn't be baby talk. It'd be like somebody that picks their nose a lot. Like it would be the same thing. Like I can't spend a week with you doing that.
Rob, would you just skip it too?
Yeah.
Well, it's the beach. You'd skip it anyway. So
For sure.
Okay.
That is annoying.
What are your thoughts at the Ace TJ Show? What should she do? Should she talk to them about before and say, hey, can we tone down the baby talk? Or should she just maybe not go? Or other alternatives. It is a free trip to Jamaica. We'll see what you think next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler's a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's NEOGENIX. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Great dilemma today when it comes to our group therapy, because it's not, it's serious like a lot of other things. But we have a woman who has been invited on an all expenses paid, all inclusive trip to Jamaica with her sister and her sister's husband. The problem is, she says they speak almost exclusively in baby talk to each other. They spent a weekend in the same hotel room in Chicago at a wedding about a year ago, and she said it nearly drove her absolutely crazy. So, should she not go? Should she say something to them in advance? Like, hey, is there something we can do about the baby talk? How should she handle this situation? Emily said, skip it. You're a guest, so dictating how they talk is rude. Paying your own way is a different story. Then you can choose not to hang with them. Teresa agreed with TJ. She said, oh, yeah, flip it on them. Then maybe they understand that what they're doing is no fun for everybody. Good luck and have a good trip.
Or just a little good-natured ribbing.
Yeah.
For their pleasure.
Abigail said, the bigger issue is that all three of you are staying in the same room. That's kind of weird. Somebody else said, that's not weird at all. She was, a married couple not wanting alone time on a Jamaican vacation? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
But we
the
don't
romance capital of the world.
Yeah. But we don't know that they're all in one room necessarily. She didn't say they're all in one room.
Well, she said she wouldn't have alone time, which would...
Yeah, she right. She'd say she wouldn't have a lot of alone time.
Well, but I'm sure she meant sleeping would be alone time.
Yeah.
Good night.
Then a lot of pack your airport. Yeah.
Good night.
Kisses for the big bugs boy.
You only kiss me 99 times, not 100.
We want Jamaica.
One more smooch.
Good night, bitty boy.
Hers too sweet.
I didn't get my butterfly kisses.
Everybody's kind of divided into two groups here. The get some AirPods, turn them noise canceling headphone, whatever. Just listen to some music and ignore it and enjoy the beach during the day. Or they're in the TJ camp of you got to start talking baby talk immediately.
Yeah.
Like the whole trip, people are saying you should start talking baby talk to them the moment you arrive and try to let them see how silly it is.
Or just, make a game out of it.
Yeah.
Wait, is this person going to have a partner too? It'll be 4 people or just 3?
It looks like it's just 3 is my understanding.
Oh, yeah, well.
Because they said just her.
Changed.
She didn't say there's anybody with her. It just says she was my sister invited me on a trip with her and her husband.
Okay, well then that's easier for her to slip away then.
Yeah,
she's gonna go look for men's at the resort.
You can find things to do on a resort, like, I'm gonna go hang out at the bar. I'm gonna get away. That changes everything. Yeah, I would be okay with that.
But the way she phrases it, she wants them to the sister wants them to all hang together the whole time. Like they all go to the beach together, they all go on excursion together, they all go eat together, that kind of stuff.
But if it's her sister, she should be able to say, "Hey, I can't take the baby talk."
Yeah. You would think if it's her sister, she could say,
"Yeah,
hey, is there?
What are you doing?
Give me I need a little break from the baby talk for a while."
Shut up.
It's someone that close to you. It should be easy.
But overwhelmingly, people think she should go on the trip. There's got to be a way you can
go on your trip.
For sure. Wheels up.
Too sweet.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo. I mean,
So we tell you all about Richard all the time about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move it. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. We have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
What is a grip?
Well, hang on, listen.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I'm embarrassed that I just learned something I didn't know. I know you didn't know it either, Rob, because you're the one that brought it to my attention. TJ said he got it this morning and made homemade grits and said he ground up the corn and everything. And I was quietly thinking to myself, grits are made out of corn? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't. That part was a joke that I ground the corn, but yeah.
But yeah, I didn't pay attention to what you did. I was just like, oh my God.
Made of hominy.
I didn't know that. I just thought, I don't know what I thought. I thought they were just grits.
You just thought corn makes whiskey.
But yeah, you make yellow grit. You can do that with just yellow cornmeal.
Yeah, I didn't. Who knew?
Yellow. It's got to be called yellow, though, not yellow. Yellow.
I don't know that I've ever seen homemade grits. I don't know. So it's they were just grits.
You probably haven't.
Yeah. What does that mean? Why do you say it that way? Riggins?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you probably hadn't.
Whoa, you're getting a little defensive.
Okay. I just learned something today. I don't know. I'm an idiot, but did not know that information until maybe somebody told me that before. I don't know.
It's bad. Riggins is making jokes about grits being too fancy for you.
I never thought of it that way.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's true.
So is moonshine.
Yeah. So here's a warning. This may set off your Siri. Be aware, but this video is wild. There's a YouTuber named Anthony Vella. He was recording his flying motorized paraglider. So he's in this thing going nearly 50 miles an hour when something went wrong. Oh, by the way, he was 85 feet in the air when something goes wrong.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh.
Then it goes on down and he ends up crashing. It is wild to watch. He had 3 different cameras going at one time. It's going super viral. But it's wild to watch. And eventually I cut it off before he starts yelling, talking to his phone.
It's scary.
It set off your phone, didn't it, Riggins, when you were watching it? Yeah, it is kind of scary.
He uses his Apple Watch to call 911 because he broke at multiple ribs. Broke his arm, broke his leg, and it happened so quick. He falls, just plummets out of the sky.
It's reminded me, though, it's not quite the same thing. But remember when I did if you don't know, about almost 2 years ago, I did a bike ride, 500 miles on a bicycle. To raise money for our charity, Peyton's Promise. And I crashed at one point in this little town in Georgia, in the middle of this little town. And I had to go around sewage area that didn't have a grate over it. And I ended up crashing into the curb, and it flipped me off the bike, and it busted my knee open. And I learned that I was laying there, but I had to do the same thing. I'm laying there on the sidewalk, yelling at the bike. My phone's on the bike. Siri, call Todd. Oh, that's calling. My Siri literally just went off.
Yeah, so did everybody else.
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking when I said that.
You never.
Some people call 911. I called Todd.
My personal 911.
That's all I had right there.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Holy cow. Now trending coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So that wasn't long. Jason Kelce already has his next job lined up. He's joining ESPN's Monday Night Countdown, it says.
How many people are they going to put on that show?
It's a lot.
At one point last year, and TJ brought it up one day too, they had 6 people sitting at the desk on that show every week. It's like, what are you? That's too many people.
Mm-hmm. I saw Boomer Esiason get fired from CBS yesterday,
and Phil Simms.
And Phil Simms.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, there's been some major shakeups, but I mean, bringing in Jason Kelce, you're clearly trying to go for like the, viral guy that can appear on camera.
He makes a lot of sense though. He's very good, and people love him. That's a really smart move to put him. But you've got to get rid of somebody.
Yeah,
but they're bringing Matt Ryan on to a more prominent role.
Yeah.
In place of Boomer Esiason and Phil Simms.
Well, Matt Ryan's really good too.
Yeah. So that's good for Jason Kelce. You're right. I think people really do seem to like him. The Avengers director, Avengers Endgame director, is trending because he said people aren't experiencing superhero fatigue. He said there's a generation that's used to appointment viewing, and going to a theater on a certain date to see something is aging out. Meanwhile, the new generation are, I want it now, I want to process it now, then moving on to the next thing, which they process whilst doing 2 other things at the same time. It's a very different moment in time than it's ever been. So he's saying, people aren't tired of superheroes. It's just a different way to view. So I don't know what this is supposed to mean. I mean, how are you not going to send an appointment for the release of a major Marvel movie? I don't know what he's implying.
I think there are some things you still set an appointment for no matter your age. When you find out, the major Marvel movie is coming out in 3 weeks, you go, I'm going to go see that in 3 weeks, or however you're going to take it in. You would still go and do that.
Yeah, what's the alternative to that?
Everything is, but all the latest superhero movies have all apparently sucked.
Yeah.
The stories have all been terrible. I mean, and Rob's a superhero movie fanatic, but Rob will tell you these are not good movies. They're not making.
But I think it's just so sad and pathetic when some Hollywood big wig starts trying to sound intelligent and have all of this research supposedly that he's quoting, and it's just sad. He's just a dysfunctional child like the rest of them. Your movies suck. You have no creativity. You can't create something new that isn't already, piggybacking something else. That's what this in time is right now. That's what movies are in today's times. Yeah. Piggybacking on the thing that came before it. So, sorry.
Rob, any response to that?
No, he's wrong, but that's fine.
You want to call him a name or something?
You just said they all suck.
Well, there have been good ones, few and far between. But there have been some quality movies.
Yeah.
Say something about his mom. Let's get it started. And then obviously arrests happening across the country of students protesting on college campuses everywhere. So that is the top trending topic. And those are just a few things that are now trending.
Well, here we go again. Millennials, Gen Z, all out there saying that you're out of touch and making fun of you again. But at least this time they're giving you ways to postpone your uncoolness and fit in with them for a little while longer. We'll explain coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural, and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, it seems to be the favorite pastime of the Gen Z to make fun of millennials. Now, some of this stuff I would take offense to, but I'm past the age of even caring whether I'm cool or not, so it doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is being called a boomer, and I don't like that. Not because I'm offended by someone saying I'm old-fashioned or whatever. It's just that it's not correct. I'm a Gen Xer, not a boomer. A boomer is its own generation. So that's the only thing. But now they're saying that if you are a millennial, you need to stop using these abbreviations in the social medias, like don't say YOLO or DIFTP, which is do it for the plot. What? No, what you should do is DIFTP, do it for the plot. You're the main character in your life, so don't avoid things. Do what it takes to move the story along. Instead of KK or bet, you write bet instead of KK. KK means okay. Bet means you bet. Don't say LMFAO anymore. Say IJBOL. I just burst out laughing. Completely different. Stop using ROFL for rolling on the floor laughing. Instead, just send the skull emoji. Oh. It's like it's so funny you just died laughing.
I'm dead.
That's it. Yes. Don't shorten the word great by spelling GR8. Say, that slaps. So the people writing this article say that you would be cool if you are in your late 30s and 40s to say something slaps if it's good. I am telling you, don't.
I say it all the time.
Don't. Don't say diss. Oh. Say clap back instead. Now, I will never, ever, ever, ever say that someone clapped back or I'm going to clap back or use it in any form except jest.
Yeah.
I don't care what you label me as. I will never seriously say someone clapped back at something. And I suggest no one else do it either.
I think in this situation, it's best just to know what not to say and not necessarily use the new terms.
No, Ace, you've got to use the new term. Like instead of saying gross, you got to just say ick. That's what they recommend.
All right.
And we got to do it.
It's giving me the ick.
Never say give me the 411 because nobody under 40 knows that that's the number for directory assistance. Instead, say, what's the tea or spill the tea. See? See how that works?
Spill the tea.
And stop calling crazy people cray, Ace. I hear you do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
That guy is cray. Well, stop it. You need to say they're delulu.
Oh.
It's short for delusional, so that guy is delulu.
Y'all know him. He is delulu.
Exactly. So there.
I cannot wait for Ace to start using these.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think he's not going to use it, Rob, then you're delulu.
You are delulu, Rob.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue, and never once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do the higher end shots.
Now 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers. Our friend, the world-famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi, and let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have, I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them, at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
What? Hey, go check out our charity, Peyton's Promise, if you'd like to help. We do all kinds of stuff, and that's how we get the money for breaking and entering Christmas every year. It's just one of the projects that we do throughout the year. We help people in all kinds of situations. So if you would help us out, we would love that. If you want to sponsor one of our events, or if you want to just donate, it's very easy to do. Is it better to go to peytonspromise.org, or is it just go to acetj.com and then go to Peyton's Promise from there?
Just go to peytonspromise.org is probably the easiest thing.
All right. We would very much appreciate it. Now, Rob.
Yeah.
How often, you say when you get home every day that you're seldom not in a reclined position.
I make it a point to not be, yes.
Okay. So how many hours a day would you say you are sitting or reclined? In some state of recline?
In the morning, I'm only, when I get up and get ready, I'm not reclined for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then when I get home, I'm probably... So if I'm sitting at the table in a regular chair, that doesn't count, right?
Just sitting or reclined. So
sitting as well?
Not standing or moving, just sitting.
That's going to be a low number.
And so you got to, you're sitting at work. Mm-hmm. So... how many hours a day is that? Say 6 all together?
And then driving home, driving to work. Yeah. I would say maybe 2 hours, if that. That I'm not sitting or reclining.
Okay, so 2 hours a day then that's it. Okay, well, they've done a study and they say that you should sit for 6 hours a day, sometimes 7. So you're blowing that out of the water, then, aren't you?
Yeah,
I'm skewing the results here.
Yeah, so you should stand for 5 hours and 10 minutes a day. That's just standing and walking around. Doesn't include time spent exercising. So in your day, your movements throughout the day, you should be standing for 5 hours and 10 minutes. So you don't. But you're not doing that, are you?
I'm not.
And then it says 4 hours and 20 minutes engaged in some level of physical activity, like walking or doing housework.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess that just means that you're in motion doing it.
Okay. And doing anything.
Right.
It'll probably include if you're at work, walking around, moving around, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Doesn't your Apple Watch track all of that stuff?
Yeah. It'll give you a reminder.
It will.
The volume level.
It will.
Yeah, it'll tell me how much time, like every hour that you stand for 5 minutes, it'll give you like a little achievement type thing. It'll say, "Good job, you stood for this hour."
I want to see those achievements.
I rarely
Congratulations.
Good job, you stood for an hour.
How many rings did you close?
You didn't lay down immediately when you got home. Congratulations. Here's a medal. Look out, Simone Biles.
Lay down immediately.
Yeah. You stood over the toilet for a little while longer. Oh, good.
Is this Usain Bolt? Who is it? Oh my goodness! Look at you,
decathlete. Look at that. Nice. All right, we have some really shocking audio to play for you coming up next. Don't miss it.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, there is a video that has gone viral. Y'all may have already seen it. I don't know, but it is the video of a bear, a mama bear, crossing a railroad on a railroad bridge over a river. And she has a cub with her, and the cub falls off the bridge into the water. The mama bear has to go down and get the cub, take it back up to the bridge, loses the cub again off the bridge, gets it again. It's like the most clumsy mother of all bears in there. But there's a lady and her family witnessing this, and they happen to be the ones who videoed it. And I just thought that her accent was funny. I mean, the bear falling off a bridge twice and all that's one thing, but her accent is funny to me. So this is the part of the clip where she notices that there's a bear cub with the mama bear that she's already videoing, and she is talking about how lucky she is that she's caught this, and then her reaction when the bear falls off the bridge.
Oh my God, there's cubs. Oh my God, I'm so lucky. Oh my God!
What?
Oh my God!
What?
Oh my God, the bear just fell in the water, babe! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm getting out now.
Jackson, stay in the freaking car.
Oh my God, babe! Oh my God! Oh my God! Jackson, stay in the freaking car!
Don't be stupid, Jackson.
Oh my God, babe! I am going to start saying that at home so often my wife is going to go nuts.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, babe! Oh my God, babe!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm getting out now.
Jackson, stay in the freaking car.
Oh my God, Jackson, stay in the freaking car!
I don't blame her though for that. It's like, hey, Jackson, don't be stupid.
They're nowhere close to the bear. The bear's in the water worried about getting the cub.
What's Jackson going to do? Jump out and run in and help?
And evidently the husband or whoever the guy was there was cussing in the background because they had to, It sounds like they dipped him out for a second when he was talking because he was cussing. I don't blame him. If she's talking like that, I'd be cussing too. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Piercing.
piercing.
That is piercing.
Yeah, it's like, hurry up, Bear.
Oh my God.
So she'll stop talking.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Now trending, coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
And this is now trending, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. It most certainly is.
I pushed the wrong button.
It's okay.
So thanks for pointing that out.
Well, just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Rob put this on his report card. It's two screw-ups today. Not a big deal.
It's two today.
And they were both involving you.
Yeah.
He's out to get you.
That's
He's
right.
a saboteur of your career.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
1 million demerits.
I'll just now figured that out.
So Cracker Barrel is trending this morning. They abruptly closed 2 locations in California. And the owner of Cracker Barrel says it's all part of restructuring and finding a way to maximize profits. Mm-hmm. But they are struggling. And I've never heard of Cracker Barrel really under the gun like that, under pressure like that.
I can see where that is not the most appealing restaurant to young people. They've got an audience, so to speak, that's aging out. I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
My kids love Cracker Barrel. But they've grown up going to Cracker Barrel. So I can see where a lot of young people who've never been around it, that's not their first choice to go, let's go check out the country-style store, Cracker Barrel.
That's exactly one of the reasons they said this could be happening is that younger people have a different way of ordering, and they're going to start recalibrating the store versus the restaurants, and a lot of changes are coming, apparently.
Yeah, things, times change. It's just
maybe.
part of life.
Isn't that terrible, though?
That's what I call a swimming pool in a white neighborhood.
What?
Cracker Barrel.
Right now, Hamilton Hall is trending. That is a building on the campus of Columbia. And this is all part of the arrests that have been happening across the country. Police going in and arresting protesters, pro-Palestinian demonstrators. But the Hamilton Hall is trending because the videos that are on social media right now of the protesters going into this building, breaking windows with hammers, and it's a scene out there. So that's why it is the top trending topic at the moment.
Put them down.
Put them down?
Put them down. Crack them heads.
Crack them heads.
He doesn't mean kill them, though.
Does he not?
I don't think he means.
Oh, I don't know.
Like knock them out.
Looking at his face, I don't know.
Whatever they need to do to keep them, to get them under control.
Okay.
And send a message.
Today is National Raisin Day. I got a feeling, Rob, you're not a big raisin guy.
Nope.
I didn't have to ask you. I felt it in my bones. Like, Rob's not a raisin guy.
I did like the California raisins when they would do them songs and stuff in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
How old are you? The California raisins?
That's what I was thinking.
Aren't you like my age?
You know the California raisins, Rob? That's even before your time.
They had the toys at Hardee's for them, so I know.
Yeah, right. I didn't
That's
think.
the toys at Hardee's.
I mean, how obscure can you get?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi. Let's do some stuff like that. That's the way he put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi.
What you got about that refi? So the cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them all at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
The Ace and TJ Show is sponsored by Richard Toccato. He's a mortgage expert, and he can give you a lot of options when you're looking to buy a home or refinance or open a home equity line, because he's not a bank. He's a single guy with a great company. So all it takes is one short phone call with Richard, whatever your mortgage needs may be. Or you can head over to homewithrichard.com.
It's great. He's got great programs.
Pretty
Really
Richard.
Yeah.
Pretty.
That's what he goes by.
Pretty. So I've been, I'm trying to save money when I go grocery shopping. That's not easy for me. You can't go into a grocery store when you're hungry or when you're high or drunk. I don't do either of those things, but I know that's bad business. I went to college once. So I try to save a little bit of money, and I found that if you just buy a whole chicken, it's usually a lot cheaper than buying chicken breasts or whatever you're eating. And I realized I don't know how to roast a chicken, but I've learned in the last couple months how to do it. So a couple of times a week, I got the whole dang chicken in the sink, and I'm tying it up with the string, stuffing the garlic and the lemon inside, and they're really, really good. It's really good, and it's like $4 or $5. That's a meal for a whole week. So I think that's just the way I'm going to eat now. I'm just going to buy like a ton of chicken. I look like a crazy person when I go up through the line at the grocery store, and I've just got like 10 chickens. They're like, what is this guy doing?
Your whole shopping trip is 10 chickens and 2 cases of beer.
That's basically it. That's basically it. A bunch of chickens and a case of beer, and then I'm set. And then I'm make tacos with it or whatever. So I'm not spending money on boneless, skinless chicken breasts anymore or anything like that. I'm just buying chickens. What is something that you just refuse to spend money on? My mom never purchased like really nice toilet paper for our household. I don't know why. We always had the cheapest toilet paper, and I think the brand was Scott's.
Yeah.
I mean, it was paper
like
thin.
onion skin paper,
It
like
was
tracing paper.
Yeah, and you need so much of it. I never even understood the logic. I'm like, well, if you're using half the roll each time, like, is there even a point in getting cheap toilet paper? But she just refused to get the good stuff. So what is it for you at the Ace TJ Show on social media? What do you refuse to spend money on? In-app purchases, Stanley Cups, bottled water. It can be anything. At the Ace TJ Show, we'll get your answers next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, so what do you refuse to spend money on? At the Ace TJ Show on social media, somebody on the internet was saying, I only buy cheap sunglasses. I would refuse to buy expensive designer sunglasses because I'm either A, going to break them, or B, lose them.
Yeah.
Or see
a lot of
somebody
people
steals
like
them.
that, yeah.
And that seems to be like specifically about sunglasses. Like, I'm just not doing it.
I can see that.
Absolutely.
I have a nice pair that I was given as a gift about 3 years ago or so, and I've managed to hang on to them. And they're kind of messed up. I need to go have them repaired, but I still wear them.
Really? What kind of sunglasses are they?
Tom Ford.
Oh, yeah. Those are very nice.
They were very nice, but I keep close tabs on them.
I don't blame you.
I don't take them out if I go out on the boat or the lake or something. I don't take those. I leave them at home, and I take this cheap pair that I got.
Yeah, I think that's the smart thing to do. So what do you refuse to spend money on? There's a lot of these. Deborah said blueberries. We have a couple bushes, and we usually have some in the freezer till the next season. That's a good one. Carolyn says Stanley cups. I have a few water bottles for my kids, but I have one cup I use, and I got it from Publix. I think that's going to be a common one.
There's one on here.
Publix isn't more expensive than the Stanley one. I think that would be
maybe.
If you said Walmart, then I would go, okay, well that makes sense. But Publix, they have a cover charge in there, don't they?
It might be more expensive.
There's one here. We just had this conversation in my house yesterday. Kids' clothes. Because Dax is so big. He's 10 months old, but he's wearing like 18-month-old to 2-year-old clothes, and so he's going through them so fast. It's like everything, just go to Walmart, get a couple shirts, everything keep it super cheap now for the most part because he's just burning through clothes so fast.
Yeah,
no reason to buy nice clothes because in 3 weeks he's going to be moved out of this one onto the next one.
Yeah.
I just advised my sister-in-law not to get my nephew a $250 baseball glove because he's growing so fast. He'll be growing out of it.
Yeah.
How old
in
is
a
he?
year? 12.
Yeah, $250 for a glove. Dang, man.
Yeah, he's gonna love me.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
He finds like you sabotage that.
About like when my son was little, he hated Rob because Rob always told me what video games that he couldn't play that weren't good for him.
Yeah, you were a buzzkill.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't hate Rob.
Krista said eggs because chickens are cheaper. I'm sorry. That does not. Yeah, that does not seem like an equal trade-off. Eggs are what, like $2 a dozen or something?
Yeah, they've gone back down.
Yeah, that does not seem like an equal trade-off. But if you've got a great one at the Ace TJ Show, we'll do something fun next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Go check out our charity Peyton's Promise at peytonspromise.org if you'd like to make a donation, or if you're a business and you'd like to be a sponsor of the charity, we'd love to have you as well. peytonspromise.org.
And tell us about somebody in need. If you know somebody who needs assistance right now or needs some help, give us their story. Let us know more about them. You can just DM us directly at any of our social media at the Ace TJ Show, or you can do it at peytonspromise.org, but we'd like to know more about situations of people who are in need.
Absolutely. So peytonspromise.org, you can learn more right there. This is a morbid fact about me. I love animal attacks stories. I always have since I was a little kid. I like hearing the survival story, not if the person dies really, but if the person survives an animal attack and then the wisdom that they have to share, whether they say, screw those animals, I hope they all die, or if they go, you know what, I'm actually going to dedicate my life to saving the species, which is like a crazy thing to me. But this guy...
Because a lot of times it's their fault. Like, people can look back and realize, I wandered into somewhere I shouldn't have been. It's my fault,
Absolutely. Yeah. But there are a few that are like, screw all the sharks. I hope they all die. And I think both of those attitudes are understandable, considering what you went through. But there's a guy named Masato Fukuda who lives in Japan. I think he's around 40 years old. He's walking through the woods up in the mountains. They have a lot of mountains in Japan. And he noticed in the bushes 2 little faces poking through the bushes. They were 2 brown bears. And when those faces went through the bushes, he realized they were not little bears. They were full-size bears. And they ran at him.
Oh.
And what the bears did not realize is that Masato Fukuda is a karate master.
That's what I was just about to say. Did he karate him?
He's a karate master, and He got in his stance really quickly, kicked the bears, and they ran off. Kicked them with his foot.
He karateed the bears, and they ran away?
He karateed the bears in the head, and they ran away. I've read a lot of bear attack stories. I've never heard anything like that.
I swear, when you first said that, I was going to ask, did he karate him? And then I thought, people probably get offended by that, me stereotyping.
No.
But he did karate him.
Yeah.
Teach your kids karate. I know people say it's like, teach them something more important. But this his life was saved because of karate.
Yeah.
He kicked him in the head with his foot.
Big old
I just
bears.
think that's crazy. Big full-size bears charging at him. Now, if you know about brown bears, they say if it's brown, lay down. Just, try to cover your head. But he actually fought him off. Unbelievable story. So take that with you the rest of the night.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, look at us back here again with Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Company. You like that, don't you?
Well, it's really Ricardo.
So we tell you all about Richard all the time, about what he can do for you, especially when it comes to this instant equity in your home.
Yeah, the instant equity thing is just awesome. You get an offer. I don't have to hard pull your credit. I don't even need your social security number. It's simple. We make you an offer. You can move it. You can, if you want to get less or you want to do the terms different. It's so easy. It's all electronic. You can close the same day. Get your money 4 days later. We have a lot of listeners calling in, taking care of debt that way. We have people adding, backyard barbecues, whatever they need.
Now, listen to that. You call in, they set it up, your money's there 4 days later. It's all done essentially in one day, and you're just waiting on the cash. It doesn't get any better or any easier than that. And it all starts by going to homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.